Hey there, Twisted Sage here. Coming to you from the cemetery. No, but coming to you from a sun at 3 degrees Sag and a moon at 13 degrees of Aries. So plenty of passion in the collective sky right now. Um, Mercury's still moving through Scorpio, so mind on our deep emotions. And Venus is sitting 5 degrees of Scorpio, where she doesn't like to be, but perhaps deep receivings of sex. Um, yeah, so Moon in Aries is going to bring that emotional impulsiveness. So, Aries is always is an energy that's not much of a thinker, it's a reactor. Um, Shoot first, ask questions later type energy. Um, and of course, that's going to be right now, it's pretty much in conjunction with Mars. So the collective emotions and drive are definitely in flow with moving forward, regardless even if you don't have a direction, you're probably still enticed to move forward with something. Um, it's an uncanny for myself. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? One of my favorite astrologers to watch, um, Dello the Pilot Man, he always uses the term "don't get caught in the current," um, which is far easier said than done. Think of a river. If you're swimming, if you really get caught in a current, like it takes some serious physical effort to get yourself out of that flow. Um, the reason I bring this up is obviously if you've watched me long enough, I bitch and moan about having to paint. Once upon a time, I was like, man, when I was 20, I said, I don't ever want to get stuck doing this. And it was almost like I fucking sealed and fucked myself by saying those words. I don't know. I definitely do believe in the power of vocalizing things. Um, that self expression. When you got a lot of air, you can't help but voice things. And then if you got fire, the air feels the fire, so it's kind of this. Um, but as soon as I think I'm gonna be able to drop painting, fucking what does spirit do? Sends me somebody else with a new paint job, and then so it's like that you got that teeter totter. Well, of course I need the money, and then you got my inner spirit saying, "Fuck it, just say no, just say no. Do the astrology, get the website going. If you build it, they will come." Um, of course, I agreed to doing the paint job thing. Hopefully, I'm not making a huge mistake. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna speak a little bit on the fucking Scorpio energy. It mainly just comes from what angle you're at. Yeah, I will tend to kind of dog Scorpio and Capricorn energies. Just because they can be the toughest energies to deal with, and like it's probably because some of it's my Leo wants to shine, and Scorpio's like both Scorpio energy and Capricorn energy are kind of about bringing that King Leo energy down. I want to see it fall, but you can't stop the sun. But oh, so, yeah, it's kind of funny how the day that the sun left Scorpio, Venus quickly crept into Scorpio just before that took place. Um, and so we're not done with the Scorpio energy. Mercury will be leaving there fairly shortly, maybe with about a week's time. So then our minds can be on seeing that future. Um, 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 um. But yeah, the Scorpio's always work in the underworld, which I think it was Rick Levine said. I've been bitching and moaning about that too. I'm like, fucking Pluto's a planet. Fuck you, NASA, and all you fucks. Like, I don't even know what criteria they came up with facts to declassify it. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the planet has moons. Like, anyways, but Rick Levine brought up the point that Pluto probably prefers to not be known as a planet. Therefore, it can kind of really do its work to its true essence of not being in the spotlight, because it's the hell realms, it's the underworld. I mean, where do scorpions reside? Underneath things, in the ground. Um, so, I had a situation 2 months ago where I decided, boom, cold turkey, drop alcohol again. I also dropped smoking weed. I am also currently over 8 days no cigs. Woohoo. Um, and so my mom had a fucking cocktail and she mixed it up in a fucking Circle K fucking coffee cup that I have tons of. And I was kind of jonesing for some fucking soda. So I look in there into the cup and I see soda. I'm like, all right. So I start taking a swig. And I look down, I fucking spit the fucking fluid back in. I'm like, motherfucker. So there, I was chugging on some alcohol. And I was like, motherfucker, like only some Scorpio energy would perhaps mix with some Capricorn would be able to set itself up like that, like as a trap situation. Like, um, yeah, let's see my time. Yeah, okay. Uh, and I believe that was, yeah, I think that was the Venus 0 point day of Scorpio. Um, and so I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, trying my best to raise my vibes and shit. Like, not that, a little bit of alcohol here and there is fine, anything in moderation, but I'm trying to keep my energy clean. And it's just weird how, I don't think my mom intentionally was trying to set me into dark energies or derailed me from the path. Um, yeah, since I'm on the Scorpio note, Scorpio's that energy that its biggest fear is actually being vulnerable. So that's probably why it's so secretive. And on the most part, you hardly ever see a heavy set Scorpio. Most Scorpios are lean, mean fighting machines. Uh, it's the one, I call it it's the most masculine, feminine energy. Um, and if there was a sign out of all the feminine signs, it'd have the most edge and fire to it. for being a feminine water sign. Yeah, so Aries moon, that's definitely, that's can always be seen as a time of new cycle. That Aries is always the birth of um is always the new beginning energy. Um hmm. All right, I think I'm reaching too far now at the moment. Um what are the other synchronicities? Sometimes I forget what I've spoken about and or just the thoughts that have run through my head. Got more vehicle fucking issues. Um, Found out my truck is an Aquarius like myself. So now all of a sudden I've got um like computer issues or something. Like it acts like the battery's dead, but just nowhere out of the blue. But that could be correlated to the in what is it, the Venus approaching that um opposition to Uranus, bringing that suddenness. Mercury when it's not Mercury, um, but it is Aquarian energy dealing with Uranus, which deals with electricity. Um, it's gonna touch a little more on the Great Conjunction coming up, December 21st. This is a super powerful one. We're probably bound to still. It's the times we live in are chaotic. This is there's many people, the spiritual community would say that this is a blessed an honor to live in these times, to have chosen to incarnate at these times, and they're not supposed to be easy. We get to live the great change of the ages, um, and with Saturn and Jupiter conjuncting, which is a powerful position, regardless of what sign, what degree. Uh, this most certainly speaks on that greater Aquarian age movement. December 21st, 2012 was kind of like we stepped into the doorway. Well, and this is the next, and then, there was all this kind of change of energy. And then this new conjunction, this 8 years later on the same day, December 21st, which happens to be my mom's birthday, um, in the sign of Aquarius at 0 degrees. Like, that's Aries shit. So any conjunction can be looked at as an Aries aspect because it's the birth of something. It's that new existence. And the fact that, so this is gonna set there probably will be immediate shit that goes down since it's Aquarius, dealing with lightning and that suddenness, epiphanies, and then, but it's also going to have definitely a 20-year transformation of the world. But I'm sure you could probably take that cycle further. I think, I don't know the exactness, but the last time we saw this conjunction happen in Aquarius was easily 600 to 800 years ago. But that wasn't in the age of Aquarius. This is kind of like, this powerful shit, more than I have words to explain on it. So, yeah, put yourself in a special place that day. I'm gonna leave it at that. I gotta go paint some fucking houses. Um, Namaste. Fucking which, if you don't know, means the God in me recognizes the God in you. And nobody does it like you, so do what you do.